time. I actually saw on Twitter quite a lot of people tagging me actually. I can't remember who it was. Somebody who probably is of note in the League of Legends community, maybe like a scholar or a pro player, mentioned something about how Tryndamere could be a funny concept for support, and then a lot of people were like linking my old, like they were like, Ross did it, he likes it, and it really made me think I do like it. I really like Tryndamere support, and I know that on the second channel we've already had a Tryndamere video recently, but I was planning on doing this one anyway, so you know what, I'm gonna do what I want. And Tryndamere support is super fun. I like it a lot. If you don't know the gimmick behind Tryndamere support, so your W, it doesn't matter. The really funny thing about it is they don't have to be facing the other way for the minus AD to apply. They could be facing towards you. You won't slow them, but you will minus their AD, which against an AD carry, funnily enough, is not a good thing to happen. Alright, wait, hold on, wait for Larry. Right, go. Insane. Absolutely. Oh! Dude! Oh, baby! Baby, come on, baby! That was so swag. Actually timed that flash well as well. So yeah, honestly, I really like it for the whole, like, I like it for the fact that, yeah, but you were there just in case things went bad. That was what you were there for. I like it for the fact that you could basically just, like, completely gimp an AD carry, potentially. Ooh, that was more damage than I thought we would get on her. Lovely. Just for free. So if you're in a sticky little pickle, drop the W. So we're gonna be getting a couple points out of this, but I'm gonna be maxing my W first because it's 80 AD, which is like 2 BF swords, bro, worth of like AD reduction for pressing W for how many seconds? 4 seconds. So every 10 seconds, like basically, you spend 10 seconds not getting got, and that's it. Clear that out. This is maybe a little bit tough though, because we do have the Tristana win. I mean, it's great for diving as well. If we want to dive, I mean, Tristana's a great diver anyway. But I'm a great diver too, because I can just like tank it. When I get 6 and I get my flash up, we can make that happen. Which should be kind of saucy. Maybe the W. The Zyra could pose a problem for me, man. I don't know. You know what? Big fan of that damage. Tristana doing numbers. Wolfreak's Market, thank you very much for this, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's go. I didn't get much out of it, but we got the AD reduction there. I could just be like aggressive, and I've got Guardian as well. I was considering taking Grasp, but like why bother, you know? Pop. Ooh. Ooh, I slowed him. I got the slow on him. Right, let's go. Let's go. I got barrier, man. What do we say to that? What do we think? Do a little bit of Bane. I really thought the E plus auto would kill. If I, oh, that's actually quite sad. What do you mean you're like so close to dying? You were so close. What does she think she's doing? What's the thingy that I liked? You know what, actually, no, Frost. What would be a good? What would be a good
An ally has been slain.
thingy here? You know, just run it like that. I don't know. Not fussed. Rylai's gamer. We're W. Well, I didn't have time, unfortunately. Like, I needed to hit that, because W is like a cast time, and then she might get distance on me, or, you know, so I kind of had to hit it then and there. Saucy. Nice bit of damage. Half HP. Well, yeah, I didn't want, because she didn't see me, so I didn't want her to know. That was the main thing. I was trying to use the element of surprise. That's what you want. That's what you want. I'm telling you, man. Like, listen. Now, I'm not saying that, like, okay, I'm not saying that, like, Tryndamere support is, like, amazing, but all I'm saying is that, like, the AD that I reduced off of Wukong and off of, like, Kaisa and off of Zyra, I guess, maybe, Lyra had enough HP that I think that would have killed her. That's all I'm saying. Without that, now, granted, you could say that if I was playing, like, Nautilus and stunned them, then she wouldn't have taken any damage altogether, but still, right? Okay? Like, listen, you know? I'm just saying, it's not, like, amazing. I'm just saying, oh, shit. I'm just saying it's better than, like, not playing a you know, it's better than not playing a champion, I suppose. Dude, I tell you one thing that has put the absolute, the fire within me. This could be good. This could be good. This could be good. This could be spicy. Okay. Not really, because, like, oh man, if I was 6. If I was 6 and Larry was 6 and... Oh, that could have been good. I'm seeing... I don't know why Twitter thinks... I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a tangent here, but, like... It's fine, right? Also, Ignite down. So, like, Ignite there. I keep on seeing posts on Twitter, and it's, like, threads. I'm sick of seeing threads, man. And I don't know why. I think, like, obviously Twitter has, like, flagged in its algorithm that I, like, make videos or do a stream sometime. But I'm seeing, like, so many threads of just, like, people who... I'm not saying, like, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But they're certainly not qualified to be talking about it. Do you know what I mean? Like... I don't need, like, I'm sorry to say this, right? To any would-be gurus out there. But if you get, like, 20 views on your stream, you do not need to be making a masterclass on how to make your stream popular. All the people with the popular streams, they're not making masterclasses on how to be popular on their stream, because they are. And I like to point out, I'm not popular, right? Just so we're clear, I would not make content like that either, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But, like, it's the same. It's like how to get your YouTube channel going and blah blah blah, and then you, like, look on these people's like channels, and they have like I don't know, like 100 people, man. Like, there was a period of time on where I was like within the top 10,000 channels on planet Earth. That has not happened, right? Because I guess back then maybe YouTube was less, like, there was less competition, I guess. There was no Mr. Beasts back then, whatever. But, like, I wouldn't make a how, like, people come in sometimes and they ask me, like, how do you start doing YouTube? How do you start doing the stream? And I'm like, I don't know, like, do it, man. Like, the less you think about it, the more you do it. Because you can plan and you can plan and you can plan. And one thing I see a lot of people doing is that, like, before they've even started, and this is maybe like a VTuber thing is, you know, people making their debut as VTubers, and I'm not trying to put the VTuber community on blast because I think what they do is some good stuff, but you know, people that make their debut as a VTube model thing or whatever, who maybe aren't like they didn't stream before, that they'll set themselves up with like this really stringent, really strict, like here is my stream schedule. I'm going to stick to it until the day I die. And it's like, you don't know if you can handle 4 days a week of streaming for 4 hours, man. Like, you just don't know. Nobody knows until they do it. You know what I mean? You overplan. If you, I mean, I know they say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But like, man, give yourself like a little bit of leeway, because all that ends up. You ever notice how I never make promises, or try not to make promises? Because like I break them, because I know that like life gets in the way sometimes. So like if I'm like, I'm gonna try and upload to the second channel, which is what I'm doing right now. Notice I use the word try, because I ain't saying I'm gonna do it 100%, because if I mess up, somebody's gonna be like, hey, what happened with the videos? And I'll be like, listen, I said I'd try and I didn't quite get there. And because life does get in the way sometimes, all it takes is like one like unexpected like home emergency or whatever to throw me off my whack, and it just sets me back an entire day, right? But man, Johnson, thank you much for the sub, by the way, appreciate it. But yeah, just like don't make promises, man. It's so easy, because like realistically, especially when you're small, if you break a promise, who cares, man? Who's gonna like hold you accountable? Nobody. Like your mom? No. like your best friend who's the only one watching the stream when you start out? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Just like make stuff, bro. Just make stuff. It doesn't have to be good. In fact, I would encourage it to not be good. Make bad stuff. Then, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making, I'll be honest, I like everything that I'm making, but I know that it doesn't necessarily bang in the algorithm, or it's maybe something that isn't necessarily like what people are interested in who watch my videos, or people otherwise, right? So I'm making stuff that other people would maybe see as like being bad, but I'm fine with that, because I'm like, first of all, I'm enjoying it. Second of all, I get to learn something from it. It's a bit different when you have like a channel of that size where you're experimenting at that level in the game, but hey, listen, it is what it is. $25% of the screen was actually the game that they were playing. Yeah, I don't know. It's also why like a lot of people get walked up in the minutia. What's up? They get walked up in the minutia of having an overlay and making their stream look really professional. Nobody cares. Look at any of the top streamers on this platform. XQC, LOL Tyler 1, all of those boys. I'm gonna time this for you. Okay, I think you're kind of on your own here. Oh, that was such a good miasma. That was such a good miasma. You stopped and dashing on me. None of them have an overlay. In fact, I don't think they'd be seen dead with an overlay unless it was like an actual sponsored thing. Same with me. Not saying that I'm on their level, but I'm just saying like nobody cares at all. I tried to tank it for him, but at the end of the day, I don't have a taunt. I'm not Rammus, so if he wants to hit Tristana, he's gonna hit Tristana. Yeah, gaming cam, or like, I think like easy to parse information is probably the most important thing, right? So like, okay, that, I mean, we're stringing into territory of is League of Legends an easy game to parse information-wise, which I don't think it necessarily is. Like my mother like would watch my videos, or she would watch my old weed videos, but she would have not the first idea what is happening on the screen at any given time. So like, but if I was playing, I don't know, Sudoku, she'd be like, damn, this is a sick-ass stream. But like for another League player, like there's not really anything to get mixed up in here, right? Like, whereas like if I had this at like 1/8 size of the screen, or like I had a bunch of overlay stuff, bunch of random stuff like that, like all over the screen that's just covering it, making it a little bit more confusing. I'd flip stuff around, I'd you know, like I Like I've noticed that like Savage D does this sometimes as well. Like he'll like make the mini map like mask and he'll put it on a different part of the screen. And he'll move it over to one side, then he'll have like a weird cat girl casino thing, and you know it's whatever. But you know you're flipping a lot of like mainstay things that you know are supposed to be there around. And I can make it like slightly more difficult to parse information wise. Like if you tune in, you're not like, you know. Yeah. I think there's possibly too many VTubers that see other people who are doing VTubing and think like they look at Iron Mouse and they think this is what it's like. I just get to like chat and chill and like have fun. And like granted, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but like I think like they don't realize that maybe she's like a fringe case of like, you know, just somebody who got, I hate to see it because like I feel like it always discredits people's work when you see that they got lucky, but they fit a place in the market where there was a space and killed it. You know what I mean? Like they killed it, but I mean I like I think that when my channel got bigger, like when it doubled in size in 2019, it was because there was like a severe gap in the market for like fun content, and that was it. I'm not saying I didn't work my ass off, but I think like I accidentally hit a niche that like that was underutilized at the time. Man, I got like soul Varicide. That's it. That is what it is. Ooh, dude, that almost killed the Zyra as well. But yeah, I just think that they should give it a trial run before they lock themselves into schedules. And like that's why I just, you know, these Twitter threads, man, they just, oh, they boil my beans, man, because they're just nonsense. There was like a thread about like, and I've seen videos about it as well, about how like the blue, like do not buy a Blue Yeti, like it is garbage. And then they were linking like $200 like audio, like XLR to USB audio interfaces. Like they were linking like Scarlett audio preamps and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, man? Like a $70 USB microphone is fine, man. Like what's the problem? Nobody cares. Like I hate this idea that because like everybody who's already got the money and is big is spending it, that everybody else has to, like, the smaller people have to catch up, and they have to invest like $1,000 into the stream to even be on the same freaking level as all these bigger guys. Like, no, man, nobody is gonna judge you if you're like a 10 viewer streamer with because you have a blue Yeti or something. Nobody is gonna judge you. It's perfectly fine. It's not bad at all. Like, it's not a fucking Tesco microphone. That I used to play League with a guy who had a £5 Tesco microphone. That was a bad microphone. You do not want to use a £5 Tesco microphone, okay? But like, man, like, yeah, you might not be a professional voice actor with it, but like, I don't know, you probably could be if you like are good at post processing. If your post processing game's good, maybe you could be. Who knows? Who cares? Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate up hills. Sorry. I'm gonna die. Ooh. Bonking and bonking. Yeah, Towers is like $25. I think Tyler 1 is the exception to the rule, because I think that's part of it. Like that's part of his bit, right? Like that's part of his comedy. So I guess it doesn't quite count, unless you like have the same style, you know, of same style of comedy, right? But it's just so frustrating, man, because I know that there's probably some people out there that like read that and they think maybe that's why. Maybe they have a blue Snowball or a blue Yeti and they're like, oh, that must be why. And it's like, no, it's not. It's probably because you don't have any personality, but it's certainly not because you're not spending enough money, right? Let's look inwards before we look to the wallet, buddy. That's so mean. I'm so sorry. That's so mean. Oh man. We must look inwards. Oh man. I tell you one thing that like, so I don't know. I've said this to Maisie as well. I see quite a lot of people who like, and this is not me trying to like listen. There's a part of me that's like, man, if I was like that my life would be like so much fucking easier. But there's like, I think there's such a thing as being like too brand friendly. And to like somebody who like, I don't know, you could like AI generate their response to like literally anything. And like they kind of exist to just be like, they've got like 8 different affiliate marketing links and they're thinking like that. I don't feel like you can, I'm not saying that you need to be edgy, but I think that like you need to have a little bit of like edge to you, you know what I mean? And when I say have a little bit of edge to you, I don't mean like be racist, right? I mean like, you know, you maybe like have some character flaws that are like, I don't know, perfectly normal. Like maybe you get a little pissed off every now and then at the game. That's totally fine. Maybe you, I don't know, man. You drive a forklift into a Tesco. I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head, right? But like, I think it just like, you know, like some people are just like, I have a way that I act on stream, and it is, and I must act this way because it's because I want to continue working with G Fuel and peddling that. And I simply cannot lose my brand deals, and I see people trying to strive to become like brand ambassadors and all this, and fuck, I just think it's cringe, man. Like realistically, like these people will come to you and by the truckload if you're doing well. You don't need to change your personality to do so. But I like watching humans, man. I don't like watching I said a little bit of edge does not equal racism. Don't put words into my mouth. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't stand watching those streams, bro. It just like actually like murders my brain. Cause like I'm not watching a human being. I'm just watching like a billboard like talk, and that just bores me to tears, man. I like an actual human being when I with my stream. How do you like your streamers in the morning? I like mine with some edge, but not racist. That was a very close spear. Almost died. I don't know. I'm probably talking nonsense. People probably don't actually care about what they watch. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Remember when Tryndamere made his whole stream sponsored by Mayo and made a huge deal about it? I have no idea. To be clear, I think just so we're clear, sponsor content is like obviously a-okay in my books. Like certainly ad revenue hasn't gotten better over the last, you know, number of years, and I'd much rather I'd much rather take the money out of a corporation's pocket than any of your pockets. I'm getting specced out, man. I just spent 4 seconds CC'd. I couldn't even attack. I got auto attacked twice. But like, I don't think you need to be like the pure most. I mean, I've worked with like Sony. I've worked with the Olympics. Who else have I worked with that's big? I worked with Crunchyroll. I worked with Discord. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, but I don't feel like I've had to compromise myself as a human being to do so. Does that make sense? Like. Granted, those are few and far between, but still. Man, we're getting our ass beat this game, huh? Larry put out the surrender vote. I am your worst nightmare. Skirt. Alright. We got him. What went wrong this game? I haven't really been keeping a whole, like, a beat on the overall scope of it. I've only died 4 times. I'm actually quite surprised at that one. I'm playing Tryndamere though, so it's like not like the most surprised thing. It's not like I'm shocked. But David's 3-7. Larry's 3-7. I don't know. I almost walked into that. I took way more damage than I thought I would. Holy crap, I did 1,000. I could have lived very hard there. Sponsored by Big Ladder. Man, oh man. Could have made a damn killing if I was sponsored by a ladder company back then. Oh baby. I don't know why I'm like shocked. Oh my god. AP virus did damage. Did burst damage to me. I should just pop it, but full HP, I'm in lethal range. That's it, right? I'm sitting there like I'm not taking any damage, and then but you don't realize the blighted quiver is stacked on you, and he specs you for 1k. Oh wow! yeah. I'll try not to make that mistake again, but yeah, I haven't really been burst by Varus this game yet. That was the first time that he's ever just like 100'd me with like 4 autos in a Q or whatever, 4 autos in an E. So it took me by surprise, basically. I've only got 2k HP, so yeah, AB Varus is fun. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. So anyway, threads on Twitter. They're horrendous, man. They're horrendous. You can guarantee, like, Mr. Beast is not out here making a thread about how to do all this stuff, right? He'll do interviews about it and talk about it, but Ollie for Ollie's fine, I guess. I really didn't think that would hit me, but it obviously bloomed at the end and smacked me good. Here he comes, Speed Racer. They're coming for me, man. They're all snake oil salesmen, a lot of them. Just giving you absolute nonsense 99% of the time. Yeah, it's just the same. Ross Boom Sucks 2 is the channel. Bum, bum, bum. Does that proc the thingy even if it's nowhere near? Well, I'm dead here. Didn't have ulti up. I thought maybe a barrier could help, but it did not. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, we traded 2 for 1. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we had a really awesome early game. We do have like really good scaling. Well, these two have really good scaling. Tristana's okay as well, actually, to be fair. But they have a really tough team fight to deal with. I'd say their team fight is nasty. And like I can't count the amount of times that Cassiopeia just like walked into a bush that has had 4 people in it. Quite a few times. Quite a number of times. Yeah, I've got just about enough for a Blade of the Ruined King. You cannot trust any bush in this map? Yeah, no, for sure not. Absolutely not. Keeping the name as Ross Boom Sucks too. I mean, what? Is there any suggestions? I mean, I'm not attached to it. I mean, it's I couldn't think of a better name for it when I made it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll go into Vori next. I don't know. I kind of thought I needed some sticking power, so I was like, I'll get that. Ross Rambles? That's a terrible name. I'm sorry. That doesn't really... Because it's still, there's still a point to the videos, and it's like trying out games. It's not, I mean, that's the implied. That's the implied. Get the hell out of here, man. Double spears. I got shot. Oh my goodness. I don't really know what that flank was all about, man. I was like a flank onto Pantheon, and then he just shields it. Oh, I don't know. Tough, 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 tough. Can we defend? Can we defend? I think I had a really great game on Tryndamere. Early game. And then I stopped paying attention to the game and started talking, and it kind of went to pot, but... Let's get this cleared out. I should have gone Tonk. I'll let Tristana get that CS if she wants it. Because then I'd actually be able to like survive some of these without having to pop ulti. Like if Varus presses R on me, I don't have to just use R or die. I pressed it like a second too late there. I really didn't think I would just straight up die to that, man. I really didn't. Oh, it's like... 1,700 like 2,100-ish. No, more than that. 2,200 damage. Which is almost my entire health from like auto-attacking me like 3 or 4 times and then pressing E. That's pretty tough, that one. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. That's that I'm gonna feel that in the morning. That's gonna leave a mark. I mean, why not, right? I just don't want to talk about it. I was still somehow CC'd for that long. I don't believe it. I don't want to talk about me guild forcing into the wall. Just like, I quite frankly, I'm gonna no comment on that one. That was through his E as well. Larry had E up, which is like what, 45% bait, like just flat damage reduction. 45% flat damage reduction, and he didn't even care. Wow. Warwick's got like one of the best damage reduction abilities in the game, and Varus literally said, "I did not ask." Why are these seats still here? How long did they last for?
An enemy is legendary.
That you walking in a bush again, son? Those bushes are that bad for your health, mate.
As you wish.
Man, he hasn't even died yet. I've really tried to get on him and give him a piece of my mind, but... Oh, well, here we go. Well, that'll do the trick. Oh, man, I put in some... Woo! Got him. Got 1,000 gold.
An ally has been slain.
Oh.
Been slain.
Well, he's not having the perfect game. He's not getting the unkillable Demon King title, or what have you, whatever it is. Oh, that's so sad. Good game, man. It's a good game. I had fun. I think my early game was pretty solid as well. Let me see my damage though. I gotta give it to Lyra. I think we like kicked bot lane, quite honestly. I think we did pretty well. Let's see. 15k. I mean, I did more than a 35-minute Cassiopeia, so I don't know. I'm not good. I got no complaints. Didn't do as much as Zyra, but if the game went differently, who knows? Maybe I could have. Who knows?